Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Imperator Rome version 1.3, the Livy update, and the Punic Wars, sponsored by Paradox Interactive. Alright, so in the last video, we went over all of the new features, explored some of the mission tree, and now we are fighting over Sicily, trying to grab some territory before Syracuse is able to enjoy the spoils of their efforts. And I think we're going to be able to win this just fine, considering how many dang vassals that we have on our side. Vassal swarms are still pretty strong in this game. Don't forget, by the way, that there is currently, at the time this video is going up, a free week of Imperator that you can take advantage of if you do want to try out this expansion for yourself and see just how much it impacts the game. Answer? A lot. It changes quite a few things, I think. Alright, so he's coming after me, but honestly, I should have enough numbers that I don't feel too threatened by this. I think using skirmishing is still the right choice. We have elephants. I'm gonna go ahead and move the troops in position, let the vassals sit here, just because, one, we're low on food, and two, I want to make sure we win this fight. It says it's gonna be tough. Okay, so no one has the obvious advantage, which means it's really just a numbers game. You have cavalry, but I've got the numbers, so I think we're gonna be fine. Never mind, you guys can sit back and just siege. Actually, you know what? Just go to friendly territory. So now they're going to regen their food, which means I'll be able to keep the push going later, and our vassals will just do all the work instead. These guys, in the meantime, can sit here for a good long time because we have so much darn food, which means we don't actually have any attrition to worry about. We do still need to reinforce our armies, so as we get attacked, we'll start using up our manpower pool, but not from sieges so long as we have enough food. That's kind of fun. Now, I again think that maybe supply trains could be a little too strong. We'll see how the balance changes later, but it might be a little bit too strong for my tastes. Maybe attrition shouldn't be eliminated entirely, since food isn't the only thing that got people killed back during sieges, and it can just reduce it by like 80% or something like that, and you still have to worry about like disease outbreaks and so on. I don't know. Either way, there we go. Another place burns! Love it. Can we get some troops in position to go finish these guys off? This did not actually get sieged down by Syracuse, so yes, let's go try to take this next. And these guys have super duper low morale as well. Let's see, we become friends with one of our vassals. Okay, sure, why not? I mean, we don't really need friends per se, but it's always good to do that. Cool, we killed a supply train. That means he's gonna be weak for a while. I'm gonna keep my troops sitting here for a second. Now, we are still gaining food. You gave up on the siege? Dude, you... AI, no, why? Alright, let's try that again, shall we? Get over here. Let's move. I'm going to try to get the troops into position. We can win this attack. Get him. Squish. Thank you. Captured somebody, too. We should be sieging this fort, so I'm not too sure why it's still sieged this down. Yeah, there we go. Oh, no, it's being sieged back down. That's kind of weird. Alright, well, the vassals are going to go and deal with them, and they've got the numbers, so that's fine. Let's just sit here for a bit. We may need to move the supply train out of here and down here later, depending on whether or not we have any issues. But yeah, losing that progress sucked. We almost had it. Whatever, it's fine. The war is just going to take a little longer. Syracuse, I think, is no longer at war? Oh, they're fighting somebody different. So they did take a single island up here, but they didn't finish everybody off. That is an interesting decision on their part. Okay, fine. That's just more territory for me. Sitting here, winning all the sieges. Burn the city, please. Okay, we actually have enough money and political influence that we want to do now is turn this into a proper city. So let's go ahead and do that now for our mission. Thank you. Normally, I wouldn't build a city there because I like to have one city in every region, but this one wants me to have 3. So you know what? Fine, whatever. That's just how it's going to be. So once that is done being built, we'll finish the Phoenician Settlements, which gives me the extra migration attraction, pop conversion speed, and pop assimilation. Make sure everybody has enough population, and we'll just get some free Canaanite Punic freemen as well, which means more pops, and more pops is just always, always a good thing. All right, still doing fine in terms of food, I think. Oh, we got more pirates to deal with. Alrighty. You guys, you know what? For now, group up. Let's give you a new admiral. Put you in charge, someone in the military faction, and let's go deal with them. I always like to have an admiral when I'm going to be doing naval fights, because pretty much always I find myself losing ships unnecessarily when I'm fighting pirates and I don't have some proper leadership. Alright, now that we burn the city, we're going to ravage it for food, which means we're going to be just fine here, so no more attrition to be had there. These guys are slowly losing food, but we're okay. We did destroy a bunch of ships. You are going to somewhere. You're going here? You're going back where I already am? Sure looks like it. Okay, yeah, sure. Go ahead. Go ahead and do that. We do, I think, have, like, special Carthaginian, like, icons for our ships now, so they're supposed to look different than everybody else. Well, he is here, but it looks like he is retreating to this area. Okay, that's probably fine. So we've sieged everything down, which means now we can officially finish our war. Let's separate piece everybody out that we can. So we're going to peace out for you. We're going to take all your land. And I can't take money. Still wish there were more options for peace deals, but, you know, this is still going to work out fine. We're going to blob, and I like blobbing. So this gets me a couple of aggressive expansion, which is not too bad. Let's go ahead and deal with that. Now, it used to be that it was worth bringing in a lot of important families just to have more characters who would be eternally loyal to you. But now that you always have 4 great families to deal with, and everyone else is a minor character, I don't know. This doesn't always actually help you. I mean, if you find yourself with more offices than you know what to do with, then sure. But aside from that, yeah, I think we either gain the popularity or we just reduce the aggressive expansion. In my case, I just want to reduce the aggressive expansion some more. Let's go ahead and piece these guys out. Do the exact same thing right here. Only cost me 1. Never mind. It only cost me half. Boom. See? That's easy. You guys as well also will need to die. So why don't I just take all your land and say goodbye. Shkish. Give me that aggressive expansion. And lastly, right here in Akragas, this doesn't even give me any aggressive expansion, which is hilarious. Well, it's actually going to cost me negative. Thank you. All right, 2.87 in total. That's not so bad. Not at all. All right, troops are ready to just sort of sit back for a little bit and regenerate. We did destroy the entire pirate navy. Perfect. Let's go ahead and have you guys dock up for a little bit. We have prisoners abroad. We have the following characters imprisoned abroad. Ransom Prisoner. This has always been confusing to me. Ransom Prisoner, pay to have somebody released. Do you wish to try to get Gaius released from Syracuse for a sum? Like, I don't know who got captured, but I don't care about them. But when I capture people, I can't ransom them back. Which is a little weird in my view. There may be a way to make this work, and I've just always misunderstood it. I'm open to that possibility, but I really don't get it sometimes. Anyways, so let's go to our mission system. We have indeed subjugated Akragas, which means this is no longer relevant. So we're going to go ahead and do this. This reduces unrest in the area and also gives me some assimilation speed. Also sets the culture of 3 slaves to Punic, making it just easier to control the region so they don't rebel quite as soon. That gets rid of the liberation since we've subjugated them properly and we're not ever going to liberate them now. So if we want to move on, we need to do Punic Syracuse, which means our next goal is to attack Syracuse proper and take out all of their territory, including their vassals down here in Gelis. I think that's theirs, right? We also want to make sure that the city is done and then move around some pops. So Ziz and Kapara. Ziz needs 1 more. Kapara needs 4. Let's go to you. We're going to spend some money to move these guys around. Let's move... not from Kapara. Hipana? Sure, move 1 there. And then you need some pops. We'll move from... I want to make sure that I don't accidentally empty anything out, because that's embarrassing. We'll move 1 from here, and from here, and from... not from Lilibaya. I think we can move things pretty safely from Eric's, though. And then 1 more right here should be fine. Okay, so that means you're now up to 20 pops, which means once we have completed building our city, which is going to be done when? City under construction done in 456, so in a while, a couple years, we'll be able to finish 2 new missions. Okay, that went pretty darn well. All in all, that was pretty good. So now we can declare war on Syracuse, who is currently busy fighting 2 other folks. They're fighting Brutia, Lucania, and Croton. So they're already very, very distracted, which means this is the perfect opportunity to beat the ever-loving snot out of them. And the entire Senate approves, because they all want Syracuse to be dead. This does mean we're going to be fighting Locri, little guy right here, Regium right here, and Gelis right here. But I think that's fine, especially so long as we have all of our vassal swarm in position, which we do. The goal is to take Sicily proper, I think. Let me just double-check that real quick. Provinces. So this is Sicilia, and this is Syracuse. Yeah, I will say that our war goal is... where do we think we're going to get the most value? Honestly, I think it's going to be in Syracuse, not Sicily. Okay, so we're going to set the war goal then to be Syracuse. Okay, let's go ahead and declare the war. Yes! Go! Go, my elephants! Crush! Crush them all! Let's get started working on Masana, the fort, because that's going to slow down their reinforcements substantially. And you go for the vassal. Everyone else, go, go, go. Burn, burn, burn. Take it all. Just take everything you can get your little hands on, you filthy little mitts. Enslave them. Slaves are still, like, the best way to get resources and money in this game. They're really good. Blockaded ports. I don't really care. It's fine. Okay. So we want to trade with Lucania. Sure, why not? Seems fine. We are sieging down all of this. Wish I was doing all the other sieging. Like, I still prefer the vassals do the hard sieges so that I can get the slaves by raiding all these little cities, but oh well. More important to me that we win the war. Also, it doesn't really matter to me too much if I enslave a lot because we're going to take all this land for myself anyway, so that's fine. Hey, look, we found Syracuse's navy. Okay, we got a bigger navy, so I'm not really worried about them right now. Mostly, I just want to make sure that we are winning the siege as fast as possible and controlling this side of the strait because they're all fighting over here, which means no one can actually defend down here, which is hilarious. Thank you. I'll take it. Now, one thing we might have the option to do is to take some land down here properly in Calabria. Or Calabria. If we do that, are we going to be able to generate enough food, though? Because I see that we are making earthenware and glass, but if we don't take some more land with, like, fish and stuff, like, we're not going to generate enough food in this province to actually sustain it. And that's a problem. Yeah, we possibly might take this territory, but I suspect we're going to find them running out of food pretty rapidly. And we'll have to either import some food, which is, you know, an easy solution, or we'll need to conquer some more territory. There's going to be an election soon in Carthage. Well, right now, our leader's doing pretty well, so I'd like to think that he's going to get reelected because he's doing all the cool stuff that everyone should be happy about, right? Nope, he didn't get reelected. Somebody else took over. It's a populist. Dang it. All right, well, there goes my monthly political influence. Friends in high places. Make him a friend with one of the families who gains loyalty. That's probably good because I don't want to have a disloyal family right now. We need a new civic advancement. Now, do we have any scorned families? I don't think at the moment that we do. I think we're okay. So for civic advancement, let's just double check that. Yeah, it's pretty easy to actually see if we have any issues just from this map mode. This is pretty nice. We can put another family in charge. This guy's pretty good. He's the head of the family and likely the next Safet. Or however you say that. He's pretty good statesman and has really good value, so he actually will be a very good researcher. He also will be a really good governor is the thing. So I may not want him to do that. Maybe I want to take this guy instead. He's got pretty good stats. He'll be able to build up his statesmanship and stick around. This guy would make a good governor for another day. Yeah, let's save that character for later. I'm going to go ahead and continue working on the citizen output for the extra money and research points. Right now we have a bad research ratio, which means we need to be building up a few more libraries and stuff and get those citizens up here. So let's go to Carthage. And we have a few building slots available. What do I want? So the library increases the number of citizens and makes them happier. Academies are pretty good for research points, but for now I think it's more important that we get more citizens promoted. So let's build a library, and then maybe let's also build one academy and just get some extra research points. Aqueducts are okay. Marketplaces are fine. I don't really need the fort, and the tax office is kind of limited value to me. Ideally, this is going to be a trading city with lots of commerce income. But for now, I'll leave them. It's fine. We don't need to delete things. All right. Oh, I see you want to bring some troops over here, but you can't because you know that you will die. Let's get over here next. I want to just continue sieging and try to enslave some folks, maybe. Send them back home where they're useful. I don't know, something. Again, the vassals are doing the main siege, and that's good enough for me. Okay, we win the siege of Messana. Perfect. Let's go ahead and start working on Region. You can take the next one. Okay, we are no longer importing wood. Oh, okay. Well, in our capital then, can we trade for more papyrus? Absolutely we can, which gives me some extra civic tech investment. That's okay, but mostly I like having the extra 5% research points. So we're just going to go ahead and get some extra papyrus going on. We're doing fine on food. The dyes are nice. That gets me extra citizen happiness. Love it. Okay. Perfect, thank you. Fertility in question. Lately, our ruler's fertility has come into question in the court as he has no children. It is said Tanit can bless one with fertility, if one is truly deserving of her favor. Setting aside some sacrifices for the goddess might be enough to convince her to give Tabnit Barca the boost he needs to assuage the rumors. That's tempting. He gets extra zeal and fertility. I mean, he's a populist and all, but yeah, let's just get the extra stats. I think that's probably worth it. Okay, we get this. Hey, we did get some slaves. Thank you. Can we siege this next? And we finish here. Perfect. Do we want to destroy your navy? Honestly, I don't care about destroying your navy. Why fight them? Because we're just going to kill them. Honestly, by the time we're done with this, Syracuse might be completely dead. Last time I did a practice game, Syracuse was pretty easily able to expand into Italy, so they had some leftover territory, but I think we're going to finish them off, dang it. Die, die, die! How are we doing with this whole city nonsense? Still making progress. Got a few more months to go, and then we'll be able to continue. We're going to easily finish up our mission tree once we're done with all this. Should not take me a whole lot of time. Do. Siege down faster. Do. Get over here next to the other city. We might as well start working on both at the same time. A friend with our magistrates. Sure, I guess populace stick together. Oh, good, more pirates. Oh, wow, it's a lot of pirates. Ooh, it's scary, actually. Let's go ahead and dock up. That's a lot of pirates. I'm going to need a bigger navy. Hang on, let's go over this way. I'm going to send the big navy. We don't need them right now for the sieges. It's fine. We can win these on our own anyway. Since the vassals are not going to help me over here for some reason, we'll just go ahead and get started. Oh, no, we can't reach there without my navy. Oh, never mind. Whatever, it's fine. We'll get it. How are you guys doing in terms of food? Look at this. Not losing any manpower, easily winning these sieges. Look how strong that is. Guys, it's so good. All right, we're no longer importing wine, apparently. Well, that's fine, probably. Where'd the pirates go? I don't see them anymore. Okay, I'm just going to dock you up, but I'm a little bit suspicious. Let's see. Okay, coming city of Lilibaya. Done. It is a city now. Okay, so we should get a pop-up. I thought. Nope, we didn't get a pop-up. Okay, I think you usually are supposed to get a pop-up about missions. I've seen it before. But we can click on this, the Phoenician Settlements, which gives us the migration, attraction, and conversion speed so we can get them under our religion and our culture a little bit faster. Done. And now we just need to make sure we have all the population. Ziz lost a pop. Oh, okay. Hang on, that's easily fixed. Let's get someone from Egesta. Done. Now we can go back to the missions and finish and get, I think, 9 total new freemen of the right culture and the religion. Boom. Done. Thank you. So all we're missing now is Punic Syracuse, and then we have a few more options to worry about. So this is going really well so far. I really like this whole mission system. I think it's really cool, and I especially love that it's going to be dynamic. I mean, again, what a sneaky way to add in a little bit of extra flavor and value to nations without actually having to go in depth and creating, like, custom mission trees for everybody. And that's really clever of Paradox. Brilliant move. And I'm looking forward to seeing a whole lot more going forward in the future. Are we currently assuming the siege? Yeah, let's assume the control of the siege ourselves. I want to make sure we get the value. We are no longer importing wine. Okay. Do I want to take Croton from Syracuse? Kinda. Maybe we want Syracuse to finish eating all of Calabria, and then we see how much we can take out of them. We don't have claims for it, so it might be too much aggressive expansion. We may say that that's a bad idea. I don't know yet. Shoring up the defenses. Gain a fortress. I don't really want that. I would instead prefer a foundry, I guess. Where is this? Karali. Ah, right here. Okay. So if you are a city, and if you built a foundry, that would give me population output plus 1%. Okay. There are no forts currently over here, so I guess a fort is okay. It's just going to cost me money. No, I would rather have the foundry. I think that would be better. Just population output. I don't have to maintain a fort on an island that I probably am safe in. Come on, win this siege, dang it. Gosh. I mean, it doesn't matter. I didn't lose a single man in that fight, but still, we get it. All right, extra population, and we are done with that. I'm hoping that Syracuse can win this fight. Maybe not. I think we're just going to leave them alone, to be honest. We can always come back and kill Syracuse later, but it's going to cost me so much aggressive expansion, I'm not sure that I really want to take all the lands in Italy. Also, that will definitely put me at odds with Rome. So we're definitely going to take this, take all of this territory here. Wait, I actually forgot something. Hang on. We forgot a fort. We better get over there. Actually, we'll go ahead and use my... no, he's not my leader anymore. He doesn't matter. Never mind. Yeah, let's go ahead and use these guys. We can always sub out the armies later with food later if they need to. I said later too many times. I'm apologizing for that. But yeah, we'll get over here. A Strong Isle Volcano. That's fun. This fort is going to keep bouncing back and forth as far as who controls the siege, which is hilarious. It doesn't know what to do with it. Pew, 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 pew. Fun, fun, fun. Inventions. What do we want? Kind of would like some taxes. Yes. We do need to be getting some more of these inventions before we get the next tech level, because a lot of the early techs are pretty good. Do we see any pirates still? I think the pirates left or something, so let's go ahead and send the navy back, and we'll use it to help speed up the siege a little bit. Because right now, actually we don't even have a -1 to the blockade, which is interesting. We should. I guess not. Never mind. Current morale is pretty darn low, 3.54 out of 3.54. It looks like it's empty, right? But it's not. It's actually still at max. So I don't want to assault it, is basically what I'm saying. I was trying to figure out if I want to do that or not. Okay. Well, we need the siege, because unless I own everything in Sicily, I will not be able to complete my mission. So we have to take all the territory here at the bare minimum. The only question is, do we also want to take some of the territory in Calabria and set up a foothold so I can push into Italy, which will put me at odds with Rome pretty early on, yes, but it also kind of denies them some new areas to expand into and makes it so I have a foothold and don't have to worry about the straits. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. Peace is imminent. Nah, it's when I say it's going to happen, not before. Okay, so we have a bit more political influence. Do we want to change a law right now? We could. So right now we have morale of armies and manpower recovery, but manpower recovery speed is now not as important as it used to be because we can easily preserve it ourselves. So if I went for army maintenance costs, for example, that would save me a lot of money. Or the Draft Act, which gives me extra ship damage done to make my navies better and give me national manpower. I feel like the army maintenance cost is pretty good. It would save me a lot of money. Endorsing the legislative body is an option. Reduce the cost of fabricating a claim. This is corruption, civic factions, tyranny, religious faction. I don't want to make the populists better. Populists are pretty much always bad to have in charge because they drain away your political influence by 33%, and I hate that. Hate everything about it, so no, we don't want to do that. Yeah, let's just sit back here and enjoy the siege for a little bit. Flocking to the banner. What could go wrong? Somebody gets 5 loyal cohorts. Well, he has to pay for them himself, so fine. I mean, I don't think he's going to cause any issues, right? He's got a few people who are loyal to him. We can probably split off the army. No, wait. Group up. I'm going to create a new army. And everyone who is not actively loyal to you, which apparently is surprisingly a lot, these guys are going to be a new army entirely. That way we keep them somewhat separate so he doesn't gain much more. We might hold a triumph for his army later to try and keep them away. Let's see. Livestock? Sure. We'll trade away some of that. That seems fine. Need a lot more slaves that I can transfer around. That'd be helpful. How are we doing in Carthage with the buildings? Looks like we finished a couple. Let's go ahead and build another library. Want to have very happy, satisfied citizens, and a lot of them. We have a few Canaanite Punics and some Jewish Hebrews. Okay. Well, we can convert them later if we want to. We are ready to end this war, I think. So we want to take all of this. Actually, let's just go ahead and reset. So I want to take this, 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 and this. So that takes everything, including some territory here, and it's going to give me 8 aggressive expansion, which I actually think is kind of manageable. We would not take Croton, but I don't want to take Croton, so that's fine. Alrighty, take some land. Boom! The conquest of Beirut, or Beirut. I don't know what it's called. It's this little guy right down here. The great city has finally fallen and is now in our hands. Beirut has been the capital of the Syracusan despots for a long time, a center of learning and technology in Magna Graecia. The city saw a lot of struggles with their Carthaginian neighbors to the southwest, as well as several conflicts with other Greek city-states in the region. With the city under our control, our men and advisors wonder how we should treat our old enemy. There have been people asking for us to sack the city to the ground and bring everything valuable back home to Carthage, which I don't really like that idea. On the other hand, I don't like the idea of making a populist more popular. So we could just take money and make him lose some popularity. We would get some unrest issues, sure. And we also would kill a bunch of pops, though. That's the thing. I'd be okay with losing popularity and some local tax temporarily to gain money. But I'm not really okay with killing the pops, because pops are important. They are effectively your development. The more pops you have, the stronger you are at all times. So you know what? We're going to accept that the populace is going to be, well, popular. And we're going to reduce the unrest of the area from the merciful conquest. All right. So we have a bunch of elites that we need to decide what we're going to do with. I'm going to reduce aggressive expansion twice. But then with this guy, I'm going to go ahead and try to integrate in a family. Let's see. 3 characters, 1 character, 1. Let's go for the 3. And then have the rest crucified. Like so. Okay, and the reason I am doing that is because I've played this before, and I know for a fact, now that we have Punic Syracuse, we're going to need somebody of the right culture and religion to continue. So let's go with Punic Syracuse. That gets me, again, more migration interaction, pop conversion speed and assimilation speed in Beirut right here. Doink. Then we have Sicilian domination. Let's see. The entire area owned by Carthage or one of their subjects, increasing provincial loyalty. Nice. Local governor. Now, this is the one that I need to do. We need a governor of Beirut, of the Hellenic, or of the Siciliot culture. That's why I wanted to bring in somebody of the right culture so I can quickly bring in a new governor of the right type. So, who can I find of the right stuff? So that's Punic and Canaanite. We want Hellenic. Okay, so this will work. So this guy right here, he's not particularly good, and we're just going to have him, like, temporarily and then probably get rid of him. But, at least for now, we can make him into the governor, which means we now have a scorned family, interestingly enough. But we can do the local governor. Done. Okay, so that's done. We can get rid of him. Then we have Syracusan warships. This will take a year, but we'll get a 20-size navy for free in Beirut. Done. Give me that. Also, because we hold 5 or more territories in Sicily that produce wine and grain, all territories in Sicily producing wine or grain will get Punic Agriculture until the end of game, giving the following effects. Slaves leaded for a local surplus, -2 forever. It's pretty good. I like that. I like that a lot. That means we can get a lot of extra agricultural stuff. So boom, done. That's so cool. Okay, so we don't actually like you. I need to have a new scorned family put in charge. So nobody here is available. What's the issue with the families? What's going on? Can we see families a bit easier somewhere? Doesn't look like it. Let's say they have to be employed. No, these guys are all employed, and no, that's not actually correct. Okay, you know what? Hang on. Wait. Ah, show families. Perfect. Okay, here it is. That's the button I was looking for. So the Barcids need somebody else in power, because otherwise they are going to be scorned. So when they are scorned, let's see, with a power base of 56.6, and if we look at you, your loyalty is not actually affected, but I think that's because you're the ruler. Let's take a look at you. Okay, yeah, scorned family is reducing their loyalty a little bit. So having a very disloyal large power base is obviously a pretty big threat to me. So we need to find somebody who doesn't have an office, who's good at something, and then give them a job. Which is going to be tough, because you have mostly women in charge, apparently. Let's see. So you're already the leader. You're the Kosafet. You are a friend, but not doing anything currently. You actually could make a pretty good governor with 8 finesse. Why were you not an option? Because I feel like you should have been. I think he must already have a job, and I'm misreading it. He is the Kahan. Okay, so he does have an office. This guy right here. Okay. So you're fine where you are currently. You're pretty good at something else. Cathalo Barca, you're the Tribune of the Treasury. Okay, so this is interesting. So it says they only have 2 out of 3 positions. These guys are both our leaders, Safet and Kosafet, but I guess neither of those count. But this is a problem. I can't give you a job. I would like to. I literally cannot. Well, what am I supposed to do? I feel like that's a little bit of a bug. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's fine. It's probably exactly as it's intended. It just feels weird. Huh. Well, that's awkward. It feels like there's nothing I can do. Until such a time, and you have only daughters. It's not even going to fix itself. Until you, like, stop being in power, what else can I do with you? I mean, really. Huh. Okay. Well, there's nothing for it. Influence of the Barca family. The fate of the Republic and that of the Barca family is and always will be intertwined. It is therefore a matter of great urgency that there are not enough Barcid purpose and quality. Oh, thank God, the game is smart enough to be like, hey, you don't have enough male characters available. Recognizing our plight, other loyal candidates have offered to fill the position. So our former leader, who's actually okay, he's pretty good, or Menos Kilistrad, who is, again, a pretty decent general, but not much else. You're generous, harsh, and epileptic? You're merciful, skeptical, cautious, infection, and dumb. You're dumb? You're dumb. Right. Well, the infection scares me. Which would be better? Probably you, because even though you are actually pretty good, the problem with you is that you are, 1, have an infection and might die, 2, have a bunch of people who are already loyal to you, and I'd rather you stay a minor character rather than a great family member who increases their power base by controlling a lot of my army. So I'm going to make Menos in charge, even though I don't really like him that much. But at least it gives me a new party member. I can put somebody in charge here. Normally I would say that you want to dismiss all of your generals, because you want to save money. But given where things are currently, I kind of need to use my general positions to fulfill one of the content slots. So let's go for you. You're harsh and lose popularity, but you are going to be a statesman a lot faster, and you get better slaves, which is very good for me. So we're going to put you in charge there, and then we're going to move this guy to being in charge of a general, which means we shouldn't have a scorned family anymore. No, wait, yes we do, because I just took some land, and now we have 3 out of 4 for everybody. Gosh! Dang it. Alright, well, apparently I need to reorganize a little bit and get some more families in charge because we took too much lands and now they all think that they deserve more offices than I actually currently have available. That's awkward, but we'll figure it out. Thank you all for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to check out the link in the description down below if you want to try out Imperator for yourself this week only. My name is Pravus, and I will see you guys next time.